and actions are in harmony, we attain psychological congruence. Our deliberate expressions align with our underlying drives. Individuals who consistently fail to uphold their commitments frequently experience a profound internal dissonance, characterized by a lack of integration between their verbal expressions and their actions. What is particularly illuminating is the manner in which an individual reacts upon having breached a commitment. Do they recognize it independently, without external prompting? 2. Assume complete accountability without shifting responsibility. 3. Demonstrate a sincere comprehension of the impact their actions had on you. 4. Implement measures to rectify the situation and avert future occurrences. An individual exhibiting these behaviors has cultivated what Jung referred to as moral autonomy. They have assimilated principles, demonstrating a profound engagement rather than merely reacting to external influences or conveniences. This moral independence is crucial for authentic reliability. Consider promises as psychological agreements. Every instance in which an individual honors even a minor commitment serves as a testament to their capacity to project their concern for you into the future. It signifies that you occupy a space in their thoughts, even in your absence, which is a significant reflection of their ability to engage in authentic relationships. The psychological maturity necessary to reliably uphold commitments is relatively rare, which underscores the significance of this indicator in evaluating trustworthiness. It unveils character in a manner that mere words cannot achieve. Now, why do these signs hold significance? The manner in which an individual interacts with those who hold no tangible benefit for them, alongside their approach to commitments, provides profound insight into their character. These behaviors illuminate whether a person embodies the psychological cohesion essential for authentic trustworthiness. Jung comprehended that trust transcends mere predictions of behavior. It involves acknowledging the entirety of another individual. When an individual consistently exhibits respect across various status boundaries and upholds their commitments, they reveal an alignment between their conscious values and unconscious patterns. This alignment establishes what Jung referred to as authenticity, a condition in which an individual's external behaviors are in harmony with their internal truths. Genuine individuals possess no need for manipulation or deceit, as they embrace the entirety of their being. In stark contrast, when one regards certain individuals as expendable or views commitments as negotiable, they unveil a deeper psychological disintegration. Their conduct shifts according to potential benefits or external evaluations, rather than emanating from a stable inner essence. Genuine trustworthiness demands the fortitude to uphold consistency, even in the absence of significant oversight and when honoring one's commitments proves to be inconvenient. Such attributes are rare, which is why trust ought to be extended judiciously, grounded in observable patterns rather than mere assurances. Having grasped these two essential indicators, how might you implement this understanding? Initially, cultivate a sense of patience. Trustworthiness manifests gradually, emerging through consistent patterns rather than through singular actions. Facilitate opportunities for individuals to engage with those in service roles, allowing them to establish and uphold minor commitments prior to delving deeply into the relationship. Additionally, prioritize your own observations over external explanations. One may attempt to justify impolite conduct toward a server or find reasons to excuse the breach of commitments. However, it is the patterns of behavior that convey a more profound truth than mere verbal explanations. The process of individuation, as described by Jung, involves the development of a cohesive and integrated self, which is ultimately manifested through consistent actions rather than through artful rationalizations. It is essential to acknowledge that we all experience instances of failure. The inquiry at hand is not about the inevitability of failure, but rather about the extent to which individuals acknowledge their shortcomings and derive lessons from those experiences. Genuine psychological development arises from the integration of our shadow aspects rather than the denial of their existence. Ultimately, it is essential to hold yourself to these same standards. Establishing credibility is an enduring endeavor that involves harmonizing our behaviors with our principles and acknowledging the consequences of our influence on others. By cultivating these attributes within yourself, you will inherently draw them forth and discern them in others. Should you find these insights to be of significance, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and disseminate this video to individuals who may gain from comprehending these subtle indicators of trustworthiness. By disseminating this knowledge, you are fostering the development of more genuine connections in a society that profoundly requires them. Based on the psychological insights of Carl Jung, these two signs can serve as indicators for determining whether trust is warranted. Whether one exists or does not indicate one way in which individuals are treated who occupy less powerful positions. The initial and arguably most illuminating indicator is the manner in which an individual interacts with those who are unable to provide any reciprocal benefit. This encompasses service personnel, such as waitstaff and custodians, as well as unfamiliar individuals seeking guidance or anyone occupying a position of diminished power or status. Jung posited that our engagements with others mirror a connection to various facets of our own identity. When an individual extends authentic respect and dignity to those in service roles, it exemplifies the integration of what Jung referred to as the shadow, the elements of ourselves that we may deem inferior or less significant. An individual who addresses the caretaker with kindness, believing that no significant observer is present, reveals their true character. They acknowledge the intrinsic value of every individual, irrespective of their social standing or their utility in relation to personal ambitions. This conduct reflects a state of psychological integrity and ethical coherence, both of which are fundamental attributes for establishing trustworthiness. In contrast, an individual who exhibits charm towards their superior while being dismissive or impolite to support staff reveals a notable psychological dichotomy. They are demonstrating that their regard is contingent not upon the acknowledgement of intrinsic human worth, but rather on the utility others provide to them. Jung would recognize this as a manifestation of their own insecurities regarding status and value, serving as a significant warning sign. Observe attentively how your date engages with the servers at the restaurant. Your prospective business associate engages in conversation with the cleaning personnel. Your new acquaintance comes across an individual seeking guidance or assistance. Your colleague discusses an individual who is unable to progress in their professional journey. Such instances illuminate whether an individual perceives others as intrinsic entities or merely as instruments for their own objectives. Individuals who consistently exhibit respect across hierarchical boundaries have effectively integrated their shadow aspects, achieving what Jung might refer to as a more comprehensive individuation, thereby enhancing their trustworthiness. Before I overlook this, if you're a newcomer, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel for further exploration of Carl Jung's psychological insights as they pertain to daily life. Indicate the manner in which they manage commitments, both significant and minor. The second essential indicator of reliability is the manner in which an individual manages promises and commitments. This matter transcends mere adherence to promises. It encompasses the broader dynamics of their relationship with commitment and responsibility. Jung underscored that genuine individuation, the journey towards becoming a complete and cohesive individual, necessitates the acceptance of responsibility for our actions and their repercussions. This entails recognizing our ability to influence others and treating that power with the utmost seriousness. A person deserving of trust exhibits a harmonious alignment between their verbal commitments and their behaviors. They uphold minor commitments with the same gravity as major ones. Engage in proactive communication should circumstances arise that could hinder the fulfillment of a commitment. Assume accountability when they do not meet expectations, refraining from justifications or attributing fault to others. Rectify the situation suitably when a commitment is not upheld. Observe with particular care the manner in which an individual manages seemingly trivial obligations. The individual who proclaims, "I shall contact you tomorrow," yet fails to do so, or who persistently arrives tardy without any recognition, reveals a significant insight into their relationship with veracity and accountability. Jung would analyze this pattern as indicative of a disjointed relationship with the self. When our words and actions are in harmony, we attain psychological congruence. Our deliberate expressions align with our underlying drives. Individuals who consistently fail to uphold their commitments frequently experience a profound internal dissonance, characterized by a lack of integration between their verbal expressions and their actions. What is particularly illuminating is the manner in which an individual reacts upon having breached a commitment. Do they recognize it independently, without external prompting? 2. Assume complete accountability without shifting responsibility. 3. Demonstrate a sincere comprehension of the impact their actions had on you. 4. Implement measures to rectify the situation and avert future occurrences. An individual exhibiting these behaviors has cultivated what Jung referred to as moral autonomy. They have assimilated principles, demonstrating a profound engagement rather than merely reacting to external influences or conveniences. This moral independence is crucial for authentic reliability. Consider promises as psychological agreements. Every instance in which an individual honors even a minor commitment serves as a testament to their capacity to project their concern for you into the future. It signifies that you occupy a space in their thoughts, even in your absence, which is a significant reflection of their ability to engage in authentic relationships. The psychological maturity necessary to reliably uphold commitments is relatively rare, which underscores the significance of this indicator in evaluating trustworthiness. It unveils character in a manner that mere words cannot achieve. Now, why do these signs hold significance? The manner in which an individual interacts with those who hold no tangible benefit for them, alongside their approach to commitments, provides profound insight into their character. These behaviors illuminate whether a person, as you traverse the street, absorbed in contemplation, your gaze unexpectedly meets that of a stranger who is observing you intently, directly at you. Yet devoid of any expression, there exists a profound stillness, marked by an unwavering and inscrutable gaze. In that fleeting instant, one's thoughts begin to spiral. Are they displeased with me? Am I familiar to them? Was that interaction peculiar? We have all encountered such instances of uncomfortable eye contact. Yet what significance do they truly hold? Before we delve deeper, if you're a newcomer to our channel, we invite you to subscribe. Your support is invaluable and serves as a catalyst for us to produce more enriching content. A gaze devoid of a smile can convey a profound intensity, imbued with significance. It often feels as though the observer is harboring an unarticulated message, leaving us in a state of discomfort or anxiety due to the ambiguity. However, rather than hastily drawing conclusions or fearing the worst, it is prudent to delve into the potential realities underlying these encounters. There are, in fact, 3 principal explanations for why an individual may regard you without a smile. And grasping these nuances can fundamentally alter your perception of such interactions. Firstly, they seem to be immersed in their own realm. Frequently, individuals are oblivious to their own facial expressions or the direction of their gaze. When an individual gazes at you without a smile, it is plausible that their thoughts are occupied with matters entirely unrelated, such as professional pressures or personal relationship challenges. Concerns regarding finances or the mundane decision of what to have for dinner occupy their thoughts, and you find yourself within their field of vision while their cognitive focus is directed elsewhere. There exists no concealed significance or cryptic communication. They may not even be aware that their gaze is directed towards you. Their vacant expression merely signifies their inward contemplation rather than a response to your presence. Consider how often you have found yourself lost in thought, only to discover that someone was positioned precisely where your gaze had landed. This phenomenon is common and occurs unintentionally, particularly in bustling environments such as public transport or crowded streets. Furthermore, they may be assessing you. Maintaining a neutral expression devoid of a smile can serve as a method for evaluating an individual, particularly within specific contexts such as competitive settings. Individuals frequently utilize eye contact as a means to gauge levels of confidence and assert dominance. When an individual gazes at you in such a manner, it is possible that they are subconsciously assessing your presence. Are you sufficiently self-assured to maintain eye contact, or do you avert your gaze first? These subtle exchanges provide significant insights into the complexities of human behavior and the nuances of social hierarchies. It is an inherent instinct that has accompanied humanity through the annals of evolution, the capacity to convey strength, confidence, or challenge without uttering a single word. Professional negotiators and business leaders frequently employ this technique with intention, recognizing that consistent eye contact emanates confidence and can occasionally provide a strategic advantage in high-stakes scenarios. This approach is not inherently aggressive or hostile. Rather, it serves